shares. Mr. Mukesh Ambani recommending, it's typical of Mukesh Ambani speaking like that. So you can't differentiate what is true, what is false, what is real, what is fake. Even experts can't differentiate how ordinary people can do. So these are the potential disasters which we should avoid. Our government must be alert to this kind of problems. Government is not here to make money. Government is to take care of the people. That's the first and the last job of the government. Unfortunately, there is a new culture world over. The government means business. It is to make money. This must end first. So then only the artificial intelligence can be put into proper use. We need artificial intelligence, like someone wanted to recreate their mother or father who passed away 30 years back. They had only the voice, they had the photo, they created using artificial intelligence, like giving a blessing to their grandchild's wedding. That's great, positive thing. These are, but on the negative side, there are so many things happening. Like in China, at one place, a place like this, they are creating 60,000 babies. 60,000 babies using artificial intelligence and technology. So there are certain countries, developed countries like Japan, Germany, France, Italy. There are no children. There's a childless growth for so many years. What they did was they wanted to enjoy the life without any responsibility. No marriage, living relationship, no children, just live together. What happened was, without children, how the country will develop further? Where is the youth force to work? Why you need a retirement at 58 or 60? Because after that you cannot work. The potential age group to work is 20 to 60. These countries last 40 years, they didn't have the children. No marriage, no children, countries collapsed. Japan is one of the richest countries, with no children, no youth force. So China had clipped this idea. They created factory babies. Factory babies. At one place, they created 60,000 children, and with artificial intelligence, they create babies like what the Japanese want. Typical. What you want, a black eyes, you want a blue eyes, whatever eyes you want, they create face, like design the babies and sell to Japanese, Italians, French. For one baby, 10 lakh dollars. They're minting money with this kind of artificial intelligence. But is there a difference between artificial and real babies? Do you like real or artificial? So there must be an end to this. So 40 years back, UK had developed artificial sheep. You remember that sheep name? So artificial insemination, sheep was created. For animals, okay. For humans, luckily they stopped. The name was Dolly. And there was uproar in the entire world that this science should not exceed its limits, so they stopped it. This is the Chinese part. The deepfake had created a lot of problems in the financial markets, in the society. A lot of Bollywood, Hollywood heroes and heroines had got into this trouble. and their reputation is gone. But now people started believing that these are all fakes. So we have to move to an extent that we need to recognize the real and fake. So artificial intelligence is an old idea. It is not. There's a Czech playwright in 1627 had talked about this artificial intelligence. 450 years BC, a friend of Plato had created a mechanical pigeon. So nothing is old under the new. Nothing is new under the old sun. But the real artificial intelligence was given shape by Alan Turing in 1951. So Alan Turing is called father of the artificial intelligence. So that took last 50 years to grow into a big model of artificial intelligence. Okay, now as students, what you are going to have a big impact. The jobs will go. Your jobs will be taken away by the artificial intelligence, because the Western countries Western countries are dependent on the human resource rich countries like India for jobs. Now the United States is dominated by Indians in almost 35% of all its important departments. You take NASA, you take US Health Department, US Law Department. Now the most important national security advisor, all are from India. Okay, most of them are from the President Trump's important people are PIOs, people of Indian origins. Who's the latest one for the national security advisor for the Mr. Trump's administration? Patel, very good, Mr. Kash Patel. So there is one Vivek Ramaswamy and many people. Presidential candidate Ms. Kamala Harris, PIO, so she is a people of Indian origin. So nothing can be done. US needs India more, but then it cannot go long way. There are a lot of troubles happening in the Western countries because there is over domination of Indians. So they are very jealous from where these people are coming. They are coming from foreign countries and they are dominating us. This has changed. In the last 40 years, a lot of changes happening. 40 years back in USA, when the mother wants to feed the child, they will tell, always the mother used to tell some stories to feed the child. Yes or no? What your mother told to feed you? Do you remember? Kana Kalu? I don't know what you in Jharkhand say, but in Tamil Nadu, my south states, they say, you eat food, otherwise crow will take. Crow will take, okay? So you know what Americans used to say 40 years back? You eat, otherwise poor Indian children will steal your food. You eat food now, otherwise poor Indian children will steal your food. You know what the American mothers are telling today? Not today, last 20 years. You study well, otherwise your jobs will go to Indian children. Things have changed. It is because the education, hard work, which we the Indians have put in the last 60 years. But I'm afraid we are not going to be the same in the next 50 years. We are losing our quality of education. Okay, one thing remember, only people who are sincere and smart, they are always successful. Without sincerity and smart work, I don't say hard work, smart work is always successful. So your quality of education is very, very important. That is what have taken India all this 5,000 years. From Aryabhatta to Kash Patel, Indians had done well because of the education and sincerity and smart work. So the artificial intelligence may challenge all your education, but don't worry, I think changes will come because it cannot go on forever. The artificial intelligence cannot go to the next step. The government will be made aware the consequences, social consequences of over artificial intelligence. The government's responsibility is to ensure the society goes smoothly, quality of education, and also about the family life, social life, physical infrastructure, digital infrastructure. This is what the government is supposed to do. Why we need government? Because ordinary people cannot understand this. That is why we have elected government. That is called legislature. We have three pillars of governments. One is executive. Executive is the educated people and who are selected through a competitive exam. Which one is the popular one you want to go? Yes? IAS, very good. How many of you want to be an IAS? Only one? Rise up properly. 2, 3. Only 4 from Ranchi, the Ranchi Women's College. I want more IAS from your college. Good. So how many wants to join Jharkhand Public Service Commission? What are you all going to do? Okay, good. I think the government say we don't have funds to give the salary. Okay, so we'll help the government to give you salary and more recruitment. Right. So that is why we have a 3-tier governance: executive, legislature. Legislature may be educated, uneducated. Then third one is judiciary. If these two fails, the third one saves the country through constitution. Okay, so if the government is going to exceed, then judiciary will intervene. So this is what happened in the United States. Some of the federal judges had blocked president's over enthusiastic steps. So in India also it will come. Of course, our government is very far-sighted. Our government won't move to that extent of allowing artificial intelligence to just suddenly come up. And India is not a small country to implement artificial intelligence. So everything. So you see, one institution means you'll have so many employees. You have 4,000 students. You may have some 500 employees. In our country, because population is more, we have to employ more. In Western countries, population is less. They don't have people to work, so they have less people to work. They mechanized, and they are going to remove the machines also. They do artificial intelligence. In Switzerland, there is a institution called CERN, CERN. That's a French word for European Nuclear Research Center. Have anyone heard about it? CERN? Okay, so this you won't hear very outside because it's the world's top research organization which had produced the maximum number of Nobel laureates. The entire world's top scientists are researching for so many years in Switzerland about how the world originated. I had the opportunity to visit this CERN some 22 years back. Going inside, not possible because you need a thorough invitation. I am an odd person who was invited for a World Information Summit along with world leaders, presidents, prime ministers. One young leader from every country was invited. So it was a blessing for me. So once you entered, it's full freedom. The canteen caters to 35,000 scientists. and visitors, 35,000 visitors. Tell me how many people you need to manage a canteen? How many people, how many employees you need to run the 35,000 seated canteen? How many employees you need? Anyone? Not less than 35. 100. 100 is a less number, but only 2 people were managing that entire canteen of 35,000 seats. Everything is just completely mechanized. Okay, so that was some 22 years back. Now even they don't have 2 people. Everything is artificial. One place they control the entire country. But if you do everything like this, where the people go for jobs? Okay, job is one thing. You may have money, but will you be sleeping or enjoying at home 24 hours? What is the consequences of staying at home 24 hours? What is the consequence of staying at home 24 hours? There was a joke, don't take it seriously. Bill Gates, who's Bill Gates? Pardon me? Who's Bill Gates? World's richest person, that keeps changing. Who said CEO? What's her name? Give a big hand to her. CEO of Microsoft. Bill Gates and Melinda Gates were married for 35 years. Happily married. They were working. Then Corona came. Both of us staying at home. Then divorce came. So this is the consequence. If you are staying all the time at home, these problems will come. So why you need job? Just to keep life happy. You may have money, but to keep yourself happy and healthy, you need a job. That government only can give. If government takes away, it can be done. All jobs can be removed with artificial intelligence. But what is the consequence? Then society will collapse. Already living together, double income, no kids, all these philosophies come, that's kill the society. If again these things come, remove all the jobs. That's all, the final doom of the world society. So I am very optimistic. If the governments lose sight, the judiciary will intervene, and we must create awareness throughout. Our Indian government won't take that step because we are very slow in taking in big steps. We don't jump into conclusions fast. Like there is a Hyperloop train. I was just asking why you are going bullet train when there is a Hyperloop. Hyperloop can go in 1200 kilometer speed. Bullet train can go only 500, 600 kilometers. They said, no, there may be some negative problems, so that is why we are trying this bullet train. Whatever failure model in the West we are trying, then we will go. So in short, what the West throws as a wastage, we'll try to pick up. There is some advantage for it. So our government is so far positive about it. We'll take good things for artificial cloud. So our Prime Minister is very good in networking with the world CEOs and world leaders, and he takes the good things for the artificial intelligence and cloud computing, blockchain and all. And one of the things, this is not artificial intelligence, a remarkable change in our entire country is the UPI. What is UPI? Unified? Very good. Unified Payment Interface. I one of my student called me when I was abroad. Sir, I'm getting married. I want to give you invitation. When can I come? Said, sorry, student, I am out of country. You don't worry. You tell me the place. I'll come time and all. She told me in the phone. Then I thought that's a known place. I go there. And when I went there, there's nothing. I called her. The hall is empty. She said, sorry sir, I told you wrong place. There's a different place. Then I asked, I was traveling in a bus, local bus only. I asked the conductor. He said, sir, I am new to this area, I don't know. The co-passenger had asked me, he took a phone and just Google Map. Sir, you get down here and take right. There's a bus coming in 2 minutes. You get into the bus, another 5 minutes you reach the spot. I was surprised. And I asked him, what did you study? He said, sir, I didn't go to school. This is the greatest impact which India had created using technology. These are positive things. Okay. There was another man in my village in Tamil Nadu. He takes care of my land. Very honest man. Takes care of my land for so many years. He called me, sir, I wanted to pay the rent. When are you coming? I said, don't bother. You give me whenever I come. No, sir, I'll pay. Then tell me your bank account, sir, I'll transfer it. WhatsApp me your bank account, sir, I'll send it. He never went to school. I WhatsApped, next 2 minutes I got my money in my WhatsApp bank account. That was before UPI came. Okay, so many stories I can tell. Fantastic things. Anybody, auto wala, you are chai wala, uneducated people, they got the technology picked up so fast. Long back, how many of you know NIIT? NIIT? Nobody knows. They are the pioneers of computer education in the country. NIIT and AppTech. NIIT, we should not forget the pioneers of our country's development. NIIT is National Institute of Information Technology. It's a private institute which started computer education. The government couldn't click the computer education 40 years back because government didn't have money. Very poor state. So the two private institutes which started computer education was NIIT and AppTech. So it's a corporate organization. In South Delhi, Kalkaji, this NIIT had a corporate office. It's a 6-story building, huge building. Below that, surrounding of the NIIT corporate office are slums, juggies. Okay, all the poor children without clothes, proper food and all. There was Sugato Roy. There was one Mr. Sugato Roy. He felt very terrible. We are getting lakhs of money, but see these poor children, no food, no dress, nothing. I'm terrible to have and feel criminal to get this much salary and not doing anything to society. Simple idea. What he did was he put the keyboard outside and monitor here and allowed the children to play with the computers. The children played with the computers. Within 6 months, they became experts. Never underestimate anyone. So, the story 1, anyone can be knowledgeable given an opportunity. Story 2, anyone can pick up technology given the opportunity. But no one can be an expert, successful with total artificial intelligence. Rule number 3. So, this is what we must take into consideration. And this is nothing new. If you look at as the students of social sciences, we are aware what are prominent thinkers like Karl Marx, Emil Durkheim, Max Weber, Merton, Auguste Comte and all talked about. There is always haves and have-nots. How many of you are in sociology, political science? Less numbers in sociology, political science? Okay. Okay. Karl Marx talked about haves and have-nots. Now Karl Marx said, if alive, he would have talked about digital haves and have-nots. And after 30 years, Karl Marx will talk about artificial intelligence haves and have-nots. Okay, but we won't go to the extent. That Emile Durkheim's sui generis, society is a reality. That's true. Never society can become unreal. Society is always reality. You have to take the society as a topmost priority. And that's the first focus, and that's the last focus of all. What you can master now is about this machine learning, IoT. What is IoT? Internet of Things. What does it mean? Give some examples of IoT. Alexa, you don't need to bend yourself. What is the consequence? Everything you just lie down and enjoy. Alexa, switch off the phone. Alexa, switch off the light. No physical activity. Everything is digital. Imagine, already India is called the mother nation of diabetes. Are you aware? India is known as the mother nation of diabetes. So further you reduce your physical activity and depend totally on digital, what will be the impact? The implications of artificial intelligence are very far and consequential. So IoT, machine learning, these are all fantastic ideas, but we must not move very deep into it. So back to the ABCD. A for? B for? C for? D for? Thank you. I like to have more questions. Many questions. That will be more interesting.
We'll take up a couple of questions.